This is Tucker and his brother Buckley talking about the betrayal of Donald Trump. As if they didn't see this coming from the very beginning. But let's see what they have to say. When did it start?
His sense of disdain for the people that had worked on his behalf, for the people who'd believed in him, for the people who had sacrificed so much. And it's hard to remember now, but it was only a couple of years ago if you said you were a Trump administration, if you were a Trump voter, Trump fan, people had license to beat you up in public and take your stuff, and smash you in the face, take your hat off your head. That was the prevailing attitude in America, and it was allowed to continue. Law enforcement would never come to your rescue. It's
not true. It's not true. Most of the time, people that were wearing those MAGA hats were being super obnoxious and doing it on purpose. So that's not true.
Oh, it's the age-old thing. Oh, you wore a slutty outfit, so you're being raped. It's oh, you wore Trump paraphernalia, therefore you know that you're going out in public and someone's going to assault you. That was pretty much the law of the land during so many years, I think. It's my perspective about it.
You must have been in a bunker, because that's not the law of the land. That's not how it worked. Definitely you can tell that you haven't been out with the people.
Serious people. It was
So maybe it's inevitable that you get, once the patriarchy has been overthrown, as it has been,
yes,
do you get a president like this, who's emotional, all about himself, is perpetually the victim.
Remember they used to say the president's most valuable commodity was his time.
Yeah.
That's the most valuable thing the president has. What does he focus on? How does he spend his time? He's got a finite amount of time. What does he focus on?
He's focused on golf, for one, and enriching himself. That's what he's focused on.
And with Trump, you're oh, he's focusing on the iTunes background music for his thing. He's focusing on the, new Arc de Triomphe to Trump that he's putting up at the end of Memorial Bridge. He's focusing on the ballroom. It's are you serious? Get real and get serious about your responsibilities. And no one ever says anything about that. In fact, these days I find this is a new phenomenon I've never encountered. You attack Trump on the basis of substantive policy decisions that he's made, betrayals that are obvious and quantifiable, and you will get people in your face saying, "How dare you attack the president?" Are you serious?
You guys were the same people. What makes it any different? You were the same people. They're doing the same thing.
That guy works for me. That guy works for you.
Yeah, listen up, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I'm sorry. No, your opinion matters. My opinion matters. Every American's opinion matters. We should be heard. We should be respected. And no way am I going to be kowtowed and not saying the obvious, which is this guy has failed in his responsibility. He is disdainful towards the American people. He's disdainful towards the people who put him in office and the people who sacrificed a lot, real physical and economic injury to get this man in office. And to witness the vitriol and the moronacy and just the never-ending me, and you're not with me, I'll define what the program is now once I'm in office. It doesn't work that way. You define the program before you run for president. People attach themselves not to you as a person. They attach themselves to your program for their benefit. And that's the whole point. So, yeah, I'm mad about it.
So what was the breaking point for you as someone who had a Trump bumper sticker, wrote his speeches, voted for him 3 times, wore the Trump T-shirt, wore the MAGA hat in Northwest D.C.? What was the point at which and who also has acknowledged that for a decade, attacking Trump, hating Trump, being mad at Trump were all kind of markers for attitudes that were anti-American, anti-white, anti-you.
Yes, absolutely.
So for you to be criticizing Trump in public and to feel as vehemently as you do, you certainly have justification. I think you've shown that. But to say it is another question. What was the point at which you decided I can't be part of this?
Part of it is the rebirth he had in 24. It was just you could discard as irrelevant a lot of the attacks on Trump because they became just like background noise. Oh, he
Yeah.
said this. Oh, he even early on when he asked Hillary, he asked the Russians to steal Hillary's emails when that clearly wasn't what he said. That was clearly wrong. Oh, he's a white supremacist and he's never denounced these people.
What he was saying earlier about everybody covering for him, everybody saying, no, you can't speak badly about Trump. He's just doing it right now. All the stuff he's talking about is true stuff. It's true. Like, I mean, come on.
I mean, all of that stuff took on, it was such universal background noise that you'd be like, okay, you're absurd. Anybody who says something like that, you're just a liar. You're dumb. It doesn't even mean
He's a racist.
It doesn't mean anything. But then legitimately upset about his failure to stand up for America and Americans during the George Floyd thing, his complete abnegation of responsibility with January 6 political prisoners.
He's not saying that he's mad about Trump giving these guys a pardon. He's upset because he didn't do it fast enough. So, just wanted to clear that up. But Trump is easy. You give him a few pats on the back, you call him up, and you can change his mind with a Snickers bar and a Happy Meal.
I applaud him for closing the border. It's like those two things. I can't really think of many other things that he's done. I can't think of anything else really that he's done since he's been in office now.
You voted for him 3 times and you can't think of anything that he's actually done. Yeah, he closed the borders. He just did that this term. That's all he did. But this is the second go around already. He voted for him 3 times. I can only think of one thing. He closed down the borders, which is not even closed down. It's crazy. Not even close. I went over there freaking smooth. Didn't take 10 minutes and I was out in 10 minutes.
No time in American history has the FBI been rallied with such vigor and focus and economic empowerment, like to go in and root out these supposed, criminals. What had they done? They had walked on the grounds of the U.S. Capitol, the People's House, exactly. And then they'd gone back home to their hometowns to take care of their children and their jobs. And they would have manhunts, like publicized manhunts with, 30 guys in SWAT gear and helicopters in their neighborhoods.
Arrest the unarmed whites. Yeah, got it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, all of our cities are crumbling, and Washington, D.C. was like a free-for-all for gangs and carjackers and people walking around with guns in public. It's okay for the criminals to have guns, but God forbid there would be some hardworking taxpayer exercising his right in the Second Amendment and the First Amendment. So the two foundational freedoms in our country.
Hard-working taxpayer? These guys are criminals too. What are you talking about? What's the difference? Same thing. If a guy walks, just because he has a job, bro, doesn't make it okay for you to come down and just start attacking cops. So all it takes is you have a job, and then you can just attack whoever you want. It's got to have a job, and you good. You didn't even know if these guys even had a job. You just made that shit up.
Country, and Trump was unwilling to protect them in any meaningful manner until he signed their pardons. Again, good for him for doing so, but he still failed in that responsibility as far as I'm concerned.
So what was the breaking point for you?
Really, initially, it was the attack on Iran initially last year, when I guess we successfully eradicated all of their nuclear capability. Were you aware? Because it was still on.
I'd heard that.
It may still be on the White House website because it was on there even when we engaged in this latest war with Iran, this unnecessary, what will be probably a forever war that has killed Americans and is going to degrade us as a country significantly, already has. It was that. And then it was his reaction, his complete failure the first year to hold anybody to account for all of the crimes, the obvious crimes, all of the things that had been exposed, from Russia to COVID policy to the January 6th stuff. I mean, all of that has been demonstrably revealed to be
the Capitol Hill pipe bombers.
All of the Biden-era corruption, the auto pen scandals, the preemptive pardons.
Okay, I'm going to end it there. This guy right here, out of all the things that Trump has ever done, the main things is why you're out on him is because of the people that stormed the Capitol and didn't get a pardon fast enough. I mean, these guys are just so disconnected. Like, how are you trying to be America first when nothing that Trump is even doing remotely is putting any money back in anybody's pockets but himself? Anyways, like, follow, subscribe.